Hello and welcome. If you're getting into another video, today's video, we'll talk about the Ultra League team that I have been using. You guys know it's not Ultra League unless Yasser Ali runs Shadow Dragonite, and I'm going to use Shadow Dragonite in this video. I played Shadow Dragonite for 2 sets. I went 4-1, 3-1-1. So you know, like I had a tie game. And the 2 games I lost, there's no way to win them. It's just in hard counted city, and honestly, like 4-2. 4-1, 4-1 is still a decent set to use this team. So you guys know me, I have a rank 1 Ultra League Shadow Dragonite. If you don't have a Shadow Dragonite, you can run Zygarde. It's much better, okay? And you can run Gudra, you could even run Guzzlord. I do believe with Guzzlord, you have to account for something like Brizian and run something like a... no, not a fighter. Like you need Tenta and you need another thing that like something like Talonflame, because you're weak to Sandslash, so you cannot run this team because it will be triple weak to Sandslash. You have something like Feraligatr. You know the difference between Dragonite and Guzzlord. Like with Guzzlord, you need something like Feraligatr, Jollicent, anything that beat fighters as well, because Guzz is weak to fighters and fairies. So that's why we run it with poison. So Dragonite is just one of the hardest hitting Pokemons in Ultra League, and today's video will talk about why this Pokemon is just so freaking good. First game here, we have Shadow Dragonite into Shadow Dragonite. So you guys know, since I have a rank 1, I am not going to win the mirror. So I actually do prefer to lose the mirror, because I'm just gonna lose this. And then I'm going to go to Drapion and farm them all the way down. Opponent is swapped out to Gator. And now this is such a good situation to be in. I am up on energy and I can throw charge move and then go to Tenta and farm them all the way down. Luckily we get a charge attack debuff. Sorry, we get a crunch debuff, and now I can go for the full farm down. If I didn't get the charge the crunch debuff, I would have ended up shielding at one point. But since we get the debuff, we can just farm all the way down. And I know that I can farm down the Dragonite, and now it doesn't matter what they have in the back, I can just destroy it because I am up to shield. I have 2 Pokemons. One of them is in healthy situation with 100 energy, and the other one is almost full HP. So we landed both. I'm gonna do 4 and then switch. Here I'm just going to flex on my opponent. I'm not going to shield because I know they will go for the fly, so we are just going to go for the Aqua Tail, and this Aqua Tail does not KO, but you know what does KO after? The second Aqua Tail, and that was such a dominant win. Nothing to worry about. Nothing to brag about. Moving into the next game. And we have a Dragonite into Malamar. This is such a dominant lead. Honestly, you win the 2 only. They do win the, I think, the 0 and the 1. If you go straight to Dragon Claw, you have to superpower if you want to win. So that was very crazy by the opponent to CMP there. I never expect people to CMP there. So I'm just going to go for the catch, and we do get the catch. As I said it before, with the Dragonite, you have to 2-shield it, but you cannot 2-shield it. So how is that possible? Yes, that means you have to go for a catch. Okay? If you get the catch, you're just going to destroy the game, because Dragonite is just going to like brutal shear everything in the game, and you like the fast move pressure is just so insane. If you don't have a Drape or Tenta, you can replace that with Gastro, even though Gastro would have been better than one of those 2 together, because I ran into an issue with this team that I get destroyed by Gastrodon in the back. So having your own Gastro will just save you the hassle of being too weak to Gastro in the back. So that's why you always see me saving the Dragonite for later in the game in case they have Gastro. And Gastro is so tanky that you need a healthy Dragonite to take care of that. And also they just have too much stats, man. It's tough to fight through. So we dodged the Scald debuff. So I'm just going to insta throw here and hope to get a Scald debuff. You know, like I hope my opponent doesn't get it, and I hope I get all the debuffs. We do get the debuff, so we don't care about this damage anymore. It's not gonna do anything. I tried to overfarm, expecting them to catch, and they did try to catch. So if you see, we won that game. And you remember when I told you in the top teams in the Open Ultra League that Steelix with Thunderfang is a beast? I'm showcasing this battle just to show you how OP Steelix is. I will try my best to get Steelix battles, because I think Steelix is the most disrespected Pokemon in Ultra League right now. people don't care about Steelix, because if you swap Steelix, they will bring in Gator. What they don't know is that you're on Thunder Fang and you can just destroy them with the Thunder Fang combination with the Psychic Fang. So we were able to beat the Steelix, and now you can see that. I'm like, yes, Thunder Fang doesn't do damage, but you know what else doesn't do damage? My Dragon Breath. So I have to bait here, and I think that was a CMP situation. I hope it's not, because I would like to throw another charge move, and that is a CMP situation. So I have to shield. So breaking swipe, and Dragonite is so frail. Opponent swapped into Drifloon, and I think the timing wasn't ideal there. So I need to swap out or throw the charge move. Yeah, I overtapped there instead of the dragon throwing the Dragon Claw, so there was no reason to continue the game. Opponent is running Hydreigon. I'm assuming someone just hoped that they have a Guzzlord, but they don't, so they were like, okay. X-YouTuber told us that... Oh my, we get denied, man. This game is so bad. Told us that if you don't have Guzzlord, run Hydreigon. And when they bring in Feraligatr into Drapion up energy, it's such a good matchup to be in. And we get the debuff, and now I'm going to shield and catch the next one. I know that it's such a weird play because it's better to just take it out, but I'm like, what if they have something that beat Tenta, and then I'm just going to lose the game because of that? So we're saving the Drapion. I have a Sludge literally for situations like this, because if I have a Spray, I lose this game because I just simply don't win if with Acid Spray, because Venusaur does beat Tenta unless you have a Sludge or Blizzard. Why then I don't run Blizzard? Because every time I build for the Blizzard and throw it, they shield. But when you throw Sludge, people just don't expect anyone to run Sludge. So now we just have two charge moves. One will be for the Gator, and one will be for the Venusaur, and that's how we should be. That's how we will win this game. I still have a shield, so we're chilling, right? And Tenta into Dragonite into Tenta. This is such a bad lead, honestly, because they are so tanky. Okay, I know Dragon Breath is doing more damage, but they are much tankier. So since I landed the move, there is no reason to stay in, and now I can just go for the Scald. They do have a Malamar, so we are not in a good situation. We got the attack fill. I don't remember this attack fill, so I'm assuming I wasn't paying attention, and because of that, I ended up living here, and I don't want to live this charge move here. I don't want that to happen because I get the debuff, so that happens. So this is one of those times where you get a debuff when you hope you don't get the debuff. So we swapped, and I get denied because I swapped out, so technically I should get the one-turn swap, and now I'm just gonna overfarm slightly and then throw the Crunch. I am one fast move above the Crunch, so whatever they bring in I should outpace, and it's a Primeape. So what's the play here? I'm just going to throw Aqua Tails after Aqua Tail after Aqua Tail, and I'm not going to shield the Drapion. So you're going to keep throwing these Aqua Tails. What are you going to do now? Rage Fist. We do live the Rage Fist, as you can see. And now we can just swap to Dragonite and farm everything all the way down. We don't have to throw anything. Remember that Karate Chop is not a hard-hitting fast move, and it's also resisted upon close combated. Doesn't KO. We win. Dragonite into Drifloon. I think this is a good matchup for the Drifloon in the 2 shield, because their fast move is just better, honestly, and they can debuff us and I don't debuff them, and you can see that I am way lower health than they are, which means I cannot play for the 2. So I'm going to throw the next charge move. That was such a great timing. So they shielded. I don't care about my Dragonite now. And I'm just going to go Drapion and throw the Crunch on good timing. So we're going to do 4 and then Crunch. Holy man, we're in such a bad situation. Dude, Shadow Drifloon is such a beast of a Pokemon. That Pokemon is just insane. If it gets a good alignment. I had to mirror here because I do need my Drapion, so I do need a debuff here. If we can get a debuff, remember when I told you like I get the debuff and I don't need it? Well, we get the debuff. What does that mean? That means I can take more, I can do more farm since their damage is not impressive anymore, right? Sorry. Thunder Fang Steelix again. Can I win this game? There is no way. Let's see. Scald landed. I need 2 charge moves here. So I have to shield. Let's see. We shielded the Earthquake. Earthquake. What is Earthquake? It's Earthquake. We're gonna throw the Aqua Tail here. Ah, they caught. Man, you can't. You're not allowed to catch my moves, my friend. That's illegal. I have to build up for 2, and I think this is an acid spray. Yeah, this is an acid spray, right? Yeah, we get the acid spray, and then I swap trying to do some jabs to put them in the Aqua Tail range. We get to the Aqua Tail, and this Aqua Tail is going to take out the Tenta, and the next Aqua Tail will finish the Steelix. And who thought this team is bad? Who thought this team is weak to Steelix? So as you can see, I can beat a Steelix. Now, some people will comment like, oh, this team is weak to Steelix. How do you beat a Steelix? I just did. Feraligatr in the lead. Feraligatr does win the 0 and the 1. We win the 2, so keep that in mind. And as I told you, you have to 2-shield the Dragonite in this team, but you cannot 2-shield the Dragonite. So we have to go for a catch at one point. I think this game I did not go for the catch. I always go for the catch, as you can see. Since they throw, I'm assuming this is a crunch. Okay, when they throw, it's a crunch, and they didn't get the crunch debuff. Typhlosion Shadow. Shadow Typhlosion is the Pokemon I wish to use. I somehow always forget to use as well. So I get the debuff. I was like, okay, we should live a Thunder Punch. Thunder Punch is a bad move, right? And it's still KO'd. Like, how? That Pokemon is just such an insane Pokemon. I have to throw charge move here. There is no way we can KO. And we did KO. Oh my, they have a Clefable. So I only win this game is if they don't have a Swift. If they have a Swift, I lose this game. And I was like, yo, everyone runs a Swift. Well, let's see. So they throw a charge move here. They need a Swift and a Moonblast. They throw the Moonblast, and now all I need to do is to throw, and they get the catch. So I have to do no bubbles and hope to get some farm. We get two fast moves worth of farm. I threw the crunch here because I do need a crunch debuff. If I don't get to a crunch debuff, it's going to be hard. I'm assuming they have a Swift, right? I'm assuming they have a Swift. So look. That was a CMP almost. No, that wasn't CMP. I could have done one more, I guess. They have Moonblast. Now they don't have Swift, and I win. So sometimes they don't have the moveset that you think they have, right? Golisopod, I found out that Golisopod wins the 2 straight aerial ace, and look at that. Great minds think alike. I was trying to catch, they were trying to catch too. So we both ended up swapping at the same time. Tenta into Cobalion. If you get the Scald debuff, Tenta win. If you don't get the Scald debuff, Cobalion win. If the Cobalion is good IV, Cobalion win. If Cobalion is raid IV, Tenta win. So this is one of the closest matchups in the game. And Tenta is supposed to be the superior Pokemon here because, you know, it has stab damage while Cobalion is throwing non-stab Stone Edges. But as you can see here, they were able to get another charge move. And I'm assuming it's only because they have a good IV one. I have never seen anyone getting to a third charge move here. I saw Fairy and I was like, oh, this is Tapu Fini, we win. But it turns out it's the other one. And I just don't beat that Pokemon at this point because I am not healthy. I don't have a healthy Drape. And my Tenta is no longer alive. And even, I mean, as you can see, this team just doesn't have an answer to Cobalion. I can answer Cobalion and in one situation, which is if I superpower and then dip. But as you can see, we both switch at the same time and I just don't win this game, so we leave the game. I do think we win with Hurricane, but that's it. I think this is Halfoduct. Halfoduct used to be one of the best players in the world, then he retired, but now I saw him in playing GBL. I used to play him a lot back in season 4 or 5, and he is using Dusknir. Dusknir is not an ideal Pokemon, so if you need a Dusknir team, you can use his Dusknir team. I think it's an ABA Ghost with a Drapion in the middle. That's how you make teams in Ultra League. You run whatever you want to run, and then you put a Shadow Drapion, or even non-Shadow like Halfoduct. Their Drapion's to 24-16. I'm assuming this is a Hundo one. I'm happy that he has the Hundo, which means it's not going to be such a hassle to beat that Drapion. He got the crunch debuff, so I have to throw after doing 3 because he's 1 away, and I don't want this Drapion to sweep my entire team. And you can see that he has an Annihilate, so I am not in a good situation because I am in a range of close combat. Sorry, Rage Fist there, close combat. I get the debuff, which will help me out, but there is not enough help because I'm just too weak to this thing. I'm assuming he's going for the catch, and he did get the catch. I mean, I should have anticipated the catch, but also, if he threw the close combat, he can still swap out and win the game. So that catch didn't feel like, oh my god, he's gonna catch my move. No, because he still have a play even if he stays in. So what's the play here? Well, we're just gonna do some fast move pressure here. I should live the Rage Fist, but the question is, what after? And as you can see, that was a Simul KO, and that was the last battle. So thank you so much everyone for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you like the content, make sure to leave a like. If you're new to this channel, make sure to subscribe, and I will catch you all in the next video. Best of luck with your grind, and I hope you get all your milestones. Thanks so much for watching, and good luck in the rest of your day, night, or whatever you're having. Peace.